Check one, check two, check three, check four. Peace and blessings, family. What's up with all the daydreamers out there? Please live it. Don't sleep through this thing, man. Well, this is the first episode of the Pour Over for 2021. I am so optimistic about everything that I want to just release out to you guys, create for you guys. Everything from, of course, these pour over videos to my live streams that I plan on doing, man, to the music and the poetry I plan on releasing. I am extremely optimistic about what will be unveiled in 2021. But not only that, man, I want to just say thank you to everybody that has supported me in 2020 with everything that I was doing then. So those of you who are making the journey with me in 2021, I am extremely thankful that you guys are rocking with me. So without further ado, man, we're going to go ahead and jump into 3 things that we can do to kickstart 2020 off right, man. So let's go ahead and dive right into this thing. Oh, side note, I will be reading. So if you see me looking down, that's only because I'm reading to kind of keep myself on track so I don't go too far left field with what I like to say. Y'all know me, I can go way over there and I forget where I'm at. So let's go ahead and get into this right now. So the number one thing that you need to do to kickstart off 2021 right is to make a household budget. Is to make a household budget. Yeah, you thought it was going to be some real deep philosophical, theological thing. No. Make a household budget, man. Too many households out there do not have a household budget and your finances is running rampant. You don't know what's going on in your home financially and you're wondering why you're so far behind the curve is because you have absolutely no control over your money. The best way to get control over your money is 101 Finances 101, and that is budget. Create a budget. But let me break down to you why a budget is so important. The first reason why a budget is so important is that it lets you know where your money is going. For many of us out there, we have absolutely no idea where our money goes every pay period, let alone for the whole month. You know how you paid on Thursday, broke on Friday. Some of us get paid on Friday, ball out on Saturday, and we crying that we broke on Monday. That's because you actually have no control over your money. You have no control over your money because you don't have a budget that is actually letting you know what to do with your money. You're allowing your money to control you instead of you controlling your money. Let's go into 2021 controlling our money. The second point of having a budget is to not just know where your money is going, but to actually give your money a why. You want to give it a why, meaning there is a purpose, there is a reason, there is a destination for your money. This is where me and my wife are actually at right now, giving our money a purpose. And this leads me to the second main point. This leads me to my second main point. The number 2 is setting financial goals. So you also need to do this. Take it from me. You can have a budget. You can have a budget and still have absolutely no goal for your finances. You might know where your money is being spent, but you don't have a vision for what it's going to do for you in the future. And let me say this, that a budget without a financial goal is a dysfunctional budget. It is a budget that is built for the now, for living in the moment right now, but has no vision for the future. So some of the things that you could do to, as far as financial goals, I do want to give you a couple of tidbits what this means by financial goals. Number 1 is making an emergency fund. Whether it's the $1,000 emergency fund just to make sure you got something in the bank, whether it's the 3 to 6 month emergency fund, all those things have something to do with what's to come, the future. Paying off your debt. Now you might be like, well, what does paying off the debt got to do with the future? Believe it or not, debt has a way of playing into what you are able to do for your future. In other words, the more that you're paying into debt, the less money you have to put into what you want to invest in for your future endeavors. The more money you have going to debt, the less money you have going to future endeavors. Paying off your mortgage, investing for retirement. Also, not only those obligations, but you could also look at it for saving for big ticketed items, right? Such as a big vacation, a high dollar item that you want to purchase somewhere down the road, man. Or even this is basically just big ticket items you would save for in order to avoid using credit cards or even loans to actually get. But here's a word of caution. The biggest issue with many of us when it comes to doing a budget is that we budget with how much spending money we will have left over at the front of our minds. In other words, we budget for what we can spend on the weekend. How much money do I have, quote unquote, left over? This is the category we complain the most about. I don't have enough money to quote unquote spend left over to go out to do X, Y, and Z, right? This is what we actually really budget for. And to be satisfied with this spending money or extra money, leftover money, we cut out things that will benefit us years down the line. So make your financial goals now and then adjust your lifestyle to fit your goals. And stop adjusting your goals to fit your present gratifications. I'm going to say that one more time. Make your financial goals and adjust your lifestyle to fit your goals. Stop adjusting your goals to fit your present gratification, okay? So that's number two. Number three, last one. Save pay increases and extra money made as much as possible or as best as possible. I'm gonna say that again. Save your pay increases when you get a raise at your job and any extra money that comes into the house. Try your best to save that money. If you don't even save all of it, save something of it so that you're not just blowing it all away, right? A reality that many of us have faced throughout the years is we've made more money, yet we cannot explain where that money increase goes. Now, some of us do know where it's actually going, and we kick ourselves every time we look at whatever we bought with that pay increase, right? But this is called lifestyle creep. This is called lifestyle creep. Like, this is the actual financial term. It's called lifestyle creep. This simply means that the more you make, the more you spend. I'm gonna go a little further, right? I'm gonna go a little further and say that the more you make, the more you spend, and the more debt that you create. Now, this debt that I'm talking about is not a house note. It's not car loans. Kind of fits in there with car loans for sure, but it's not even talking about your student loan debt or anything like that. I'm actually talking about credit cards. I'm actually talking about store credit cards. They're killing the American people because typically the more we make, the more credit we can get, therefore the higher the debt that we create in our home, right? Lifestyle creep is a real thing. Please take it from me. And I mean that. Take it from me seriously. It's a real thing. I know what that feels like to make more money, but not know where the heck that extra money is going and stuff like that. And then you're looking like boo-boo the fool after every paycheck. Yeah, I've been there. So if you get any pay increases, bonuses, if you change jobs that results in an increase in income, you start a side hustle or a side business, you get a second job, the stimulus checks that the government's giving out and everything like that. Even to your income tax return, ladies and gentlemen, I want to suggest to you that you first look to your savings, paying off your debts, doing investments before you increase your monthly and especially your daily lifestyle spending. Think about it, you were making it off of the amount of money that you was bringing in before the pay increase came. So when you make more money, take care of, yes, your present issues. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got things that's going on that need to be taken care of, use that money to take care of those issues. But then also look to setting aside money to set yourself up for prosperity for your future before you satisfy your impulse gratification because you now can all of a sudden buy it. Listen, just because you can now buy it, you can quote unquote so-called afford it, doesn't mean that you need to actually buy it right now. Learn to put off that gratification for later on, all right? Let's go into 2021 with a different mind frame with how we use our money. Let's stop just spending it because we can spend it. Let's start actually having a thought process behind why we're about to spend this money and everything like that. How will it affect us and the goals that we have set? Will it keep us on track, knock us off track, put us back, push us forward? How will this affect us? Now, let me say this, and I have to say this before I close out. That's that church talk right there. I know that people get a second job to play catch up. I know that. I understand that. And I understand that people get a side hustle because they are just trying to actually get to the point to where they can break even. It's called making ends meet. I totally understand that. So I'm not saying this is easy. The three things that I just laid out, it won't be easy to accomplish. And let me say this, for some of us, matter of fact, for many of us, it's not even a financial issue. It's a behavior issue. You make the money, but it's your financial behaviors that are killing your financial life and stability. Now, for others, it's honestly a lack of finances. And getting extra money in the house at this moment would be more so centered around keeping the lights on, keeping a roof over your head, or even just keeping food on the table. So these are honest realities people are in right now. And many people have been in these situations prior to the whole pandemic, the whole COVID thing when it hit and everything. So those in this situations, I would say this. Focus on getting to the point to where the bills you already have are being paid on time. That is the most important thing right now, is making sure the bills that you have are being paid on time. Try not to create any more bills, any more debts, or any other expenses that is unnecessary that will put an extra strain on what you're already bringing in. Then figure out how you can bring in more income as you get to that point. Once you get to that point to where you're stable, the bills are getting paid, they're being paid consistently on time, now get the gears turning to see how can you bring in more money? How can you change things up to where things can change for you financially in the future, or even in the present and everything like that. It doesn't always have to be going back to school. Sometimes it's just getting that extra hustle, finding something that you can do to actually bring in more money. It won't be easy. Lord knows it won't be easy, but even if it was easy, many people still wouldn't do it. It's a false idea to think that simply because something is easy, everybody would do it. Believe it or not, even if something is easy to do, people still will not do it. But here's the trick. Here's the trick. On your way to try the best to achieve whatever financial goals that you have, because not everybody's financial goals is going to be the same, try not to lose your soul in the process. What profits a man to gain the world but lose his soul? I've turned down opportunities, promotions, and basically just money on the table because it would have truly been bad for me, my family, and my obligation to God. So regardless of what you're going through, how well you're doing, or even how bad you're doing, I just want to encourage you to please, as you push forward and progress forward, try your best not to lose your soul in the effort to accomplish whatever financial goals you have in mind. So yes, work hard, work smart to get to where you want to be, but don't sell your soul away to get there. Hey, this your boy Sleep, man. Welcome to 2021, man. This the pour over, man. Much love and respect. Peace.